Hello dear students from grade 8. Today's lesson is adding and subtracting algebraic fractions, unit 9.6, page 92. So, as usual, we go through the definition and then we make an example and then we go to the exercises 9.6. So, what is the definition? A fraction is an algebraic expression that contains unknown variable, which is called unknown value, in the denominator or numerator or both. Unknown variable can be x, y, z, any letter which represent unknown value. So we represent this unknown value with a variable. Before we start, or after we start solving an equation from this sort, you have to try to see if you can make simplification, and that is in the beginning or at the end, and you shall see what I mean by that. But first you have to fulfill two conditions. These conditions are: first, if the denominator are the same, simply add or subtract the numerator. What I mean by that, if you have 2 over x plus 7 over x, this is equal, because the denominator are the same. Look, x, you take only one x and just easily just add up the numerator. 2 plus 7, 9. Why is it so simple? Because the denominator are the same. Second condition, if the denominator is not the same, so I try to unify them, to make them the same, so that I can fulfill condition number 1 again. What does that mean? When I have y over 3 minus y over 9, now the denominator are not the same, okay? So I should try to make one of them the same, which is the 3. I shall make it to be 9. In another word, you have to find the highest common multiple. What is the highest common multiple for the 9 and 3? For the 3 is 3 times 1 equals 3, 3 times 2 equals 6, 3 times 3 equals 9. So the highest now 9 is just like the second one, and this one you don't have to find the common multiple because it is 9. And it is the third one from the series of the common multiple from 3. So you have to know how to find the common multiple between two numbers. You simply multiply this number by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until you find which one is common between these two numbers. Okay, so I leave y over 9 as it is with its sign. Don't forget the sign, minus y over 9, and I multiply the 3 by 3 so that it can be also 9. But if I do this for the denominator, don't forget to do this also for the numerator. Okay, so you multiply also the numerator by 3, so it's going to be 3y over 9 minus y over 9. Now, and because I have the same denominators, I take only one of them and simply subtract the numerator. Okay, 3y minus y is 2y, correct? So the answer is 2y over 9. And the same thing goes for this one, 5p over 6 minus q over 4. Again, I have not the same denominators, correct? So I have to make them unified. I have to make them the same number, 6 here and 6 here. But I have to find now for these two numbers, because this is not divisible over 4, so it gives me a fraction. If I divide 6 by 4, it gives me a fraction. So I have to find the multiple, the highest common multiple between them. So what I do with 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 6, 4 times 3 is 12. And now for the 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12. So 12 is the common, 12 is the highest common multiple or the greatest common multiple. So what I do now for this one, I multiply 5 by 2 and I multiply 6 by 2. Why I multiply 6 by 2? So that I get 12, and I multiply 4 by 3, so can I get 12. And because I do this for the denominator, I have to do it also for the numerator. So if whatever you do for the denominator, you have to do it also for the numerator. Okay, so now 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 6 is 12. Why I multiplied 6 by 2 and why I multiplied 4 by 3? So that I get 12. I get 12 here and I get 12 here. And why 12? Because 12 is the greatest common multiple between the two numbers 6 and 4. And because I multiply the denominator here by 2 and the denominator here by 3, I have to do it also for the numerator. So it is, when 2 times 6, here must be also 2 times 5p. the answer will be 10p over 12 minus 3q over 12. Now I have the same denominator. Okay, when I have the same denominator, what I do? Because I have the same denominator here, I just choose one of them, and the others I only subtract them. 10p minus 3q, and this is the answer. You just leave it just like this. Okay, you cannot now subtract 10p from minus 3q, because these two terms are not the same, they are not identical. When this is 10p minus 3p, yes, it can be 7p, because p and p are the same, but here we have p and we have here q. Just like when you say 10 apples minus 3 bananas, how much is the result? It doesn't work. Only when 10 apples minus 3 apples, then it is 7 apples. Okay, so here is 10p minus 3q. They are different type of sort, so you just write them like this. Okay, and you just leave them. Important thing is the denominator now is the same. Now let us go to exercise 9.6, page 93. Simplify these expressions. You have this expression 2y over 5 plus 3y over 10. Okay, 10 is divisible over 5 because it doesn't give me a fraction, so I leave 3y over 10 as it is, and I try to make 5 just like 10. How much I do with 5 to get to 10? I multiply it by 2 so that I have also 10. Now what 10 represent now for me here? 10 represent for me between these two numbers, 10 and 5. 10 is the highest common multiple. You can try it. 10 times 1 is 10. 5 times 1 is 1. 5 times 2 is 10. So 10 is the highest common multiple. So what I do with the 5, I multiply it by 2. I multiply also, because I multiply the denominator by 2, you have also to multiply the numerator by 2. So we have now 2 times 2y equals 4y, and here is 10. So now I have two fractions with the same denominator, so I choose only one, and I add the 4y with 3y very simply, which gives me 7y. The same for the j and the same for k. So here exactly also, what is the highest common multiple? 8. And here, what is the highest common multiple? 25. Try to do it yourself at home. Take the two numbers separately. Take the 2 and the 8. Find the highest common multiple for 2. You shall find it will be 8. Find the highest common multiple for 5 until you reach 25, so that you know between these two numbers, 5 and 25, the highest common multiple is 25. So you take it as a common denominator for the two fractions. You take always the common denominator for the two fraction, what? The highest common multiple between the two numbers which are not alike in the first place. Okay, they are not alike. You take the highest common multiple between these two numbers as the common denominators at the end. Okay, so try now to make this homework. Exercise 9.6, page 93. Number 1, make me A, B, and C, and number 2, make A, B, and C also. Okay, thank you very much.